You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, we've got some huge couple shakeups coming on B&B and 3 new pairs that should rise from the ashes when other couples crash and burn. November Sweeps is bringing big romance for several characters. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about how Taylor, Hope, and Daphne's lives are rocked by big changes that bring love to some and heartbreak to others. And hey, please hit that subscribe button if you aren't already following us. And now let's get into it. All right, first thing we're going to talk about is Taylor Hayes. She has been a hot topic of conversation ever since Brooke fell off that boat in Italy, nearly drowned, and came out of that crisis with a new/old husband. Now that she remarried Ridge, we have seen Brooke concerned, though. And surprisingly, it's Taylor that she is worried about. Now that Brooke has her destiny and her happily ever after, she is hoping that Taylor will also find her own destiny. And the most bizarre thing is that destiny may be delivered because of Luna's twisted return from the not so dead. In addition to messing up her own life and Will and Electra's lives, Luna's resurrection is messing up things for other people, including her grandma Sheila Carter. She has now lost her husband. Deacon moved out of their apartment and he is thinking about walking away from her for good, so they're really struggling. Deacon just asked Taylor if he should call it quits with Sheila. He's not sure that his wife has changed. He can't trust her. And Deacon thinks Sheila might snap and do who knows what. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers also say that Taylor is heading down a different path that could lead to a new relationship. And a different path means anybody but Ridge, right? So that could definitely lead her to Deacon. What's ironic is at first, Sheila told Deacon she thought him doing therapy with Taylor was great because she's such a good psychiatrist that maybe she could fix their marriage. But then Sheila eavesdropped on Deacon when he was telling Taylor she is, gorgeous and intelligent and so pure, and that Ridge is an idiot for dumping her. And then Sheila had to pivot. And now she sees Taylor as a rival. But the bottom line is Deacon can't get past the fact Sheila lied about Luna being alive. Deacon is being very flirty with Taylor and she is enjoying the attention. And then Deacon and Taylor shared a warm embrace and Sheila saw it and she wasn't happy. It was pretty cuddly and sweet for a doctor-patient thing. So at the same time, Deacon's kids, Hope and Deke, were talking about how they wish their dad would find someone sane and nice and normal that has all 10 of her toes. So I would be stunned if Taylor and Deacon don't spark soon. November Sweeps starts at the end of the month and we might even get a kiss by then. I would be surprised if Taylor and Deacon move fast, though. I think, first of all, because Bold never moves fast. And also, I think Deacon and Taylor would be on a slow burn to give Sheila time to freak out and plot against Taylor and make trouble. Even so, to me, it feels like Deacon and Taylor might have a real chance at romance, but we'll see. All right, next, let's talk about Hope Logan. She got involved with Carter way too fast. She accepted a ring from him before Hope should have ever considered getting engaged to him. She was just talking to Deke the other day about her issues with Thomas, and she's kind of had a revelation about why things with the two of them didn't work out. And of course, during the coup, when Carter gave Forrester Creations back to the family without warning her, Hope was crushed. She felt like Carter betrayed her. And then there was the whole Daphne kissing Carter thing. So Hope broke off with Carter, but then Liam pushed Hope to get back with Carter when Liam thought he was dying. And so when Hope found out Liam wasn't dying, Carter saw the writing on the wall. After sticking to his guns and fighting to keep Hope for just a little bit, we saw Carter do the gracious thing and he stepped aside. He ended his engagement to Hope because he knows she loves and wants to be with Liam. So Carter took his ring off her finger and he sent Hope to the father-daughter dance that Liam and Beth were hosting at the Logans. And although Liam noticed Hope wasn't wearing the ring, that's the last we saw. No kiss, No, nothing. Liam and Hope have not officially reunited, but I expect it's going to happen in November sweeps. And in fact, they may just leapfrog and we hear that a reunion happened off screen because the teeny bopper pregnancy has taken center stage right now on the show. I expect that we will see them getting engaged or hear that they're engaged. I'm wondering if we will have a Lope wedding in November sweeps because they decide they don't want to waste any more time since Liam's near-death ordeal reminded them that life is precious. That leads us to talk about Daphne. Now that they've added Murielle Hilaire to the opening credits of Bold and the Beautiful, I anticipate we will be seeing more of her, and that should come soon, and definitely more of Daphne with Carter. You know, Daphne has had her eye on Carter for quite some time now. Daphne even admitted that she had fallen in love with him when she came to town to, overthrow him during the coup. So Daphne was absolutely heartbroken when Carter went back to Hope after finding out about Liam's alleged brain tumor. Daphne was so heartbroken, she packed her bags and went back to France, but she eventually came back to LA. And if you remember, Hope was worried. She didn't want Stephanie to bring Daphne back. But now Hope and Carter are done. So it could finally be time for Daphne to get her man. Carter is split from Hope, and I bet Daphne gets her paws on him soon. And again, Carter ran to her right after he took the ring off Hope's finger, but we didn't see any official coupling up. So again, we may find out that they've been dating and they've been doing it off screen. Bold and the Beautiful might skip a few steps because they have such a limited amount of showtime, like 15 to 17 minutes a day. And that means only one storyline, really, maybe two, can be up front. So we also know how much Carter loves to get engaged. So I would be stunned if she didn't have a ring on her finger soon and Daphne and Carter make plans. It would be wild if we had a Liam and Hope double wedding alongside Daphne and Carter, save money on the decorations and all that, get them both married at once, and then they could officiate each other's weddings. So we may also, speaking of couples, finally see Bill get that reconciliation he wants with Katie because this Luna crisis is pulling them together and she wants to raise Will and Luna's baby. So that could help Bill convince Katie to come back to him. And finally, the last person I'm wondering about whether they get a new relationship is Lunatic Luna. Now she knows Will never give her a shot. So will she find someone in prison? I'm not saying Luna's going to find true love behind bars, but maybe she hooks up with somebody in prison that can help her, a guard or something. That would be a page straight out of her grandma Sheila's book, like when she made friends with Sugar and then convinced her to get look-alike surgery and then take her place in prison. I mean, it'd be wild if Bold did a redo of that. Luna is a big schemer. So I could see her getting her hooks into someone in prison, another prisoner, a guard, the warden, who even knows. So Luna may get a new romance or some awful new alliance. So we'll see how it goes in November sweeps. And just real quick, congratulations to Jacqueline Wood on the birth of son number 5. His name is Talon Rispoli. He was born in a home birth in her bathtub with his 4 brothers and his dad right there. It's a really cool name. I like Talon. That's kind of neat. All her kids have cool names. And we're going to have Steffi back on screen next week. But for now, congrats to the mom of 5 boys. Wow, that's a whole lot of boys.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.